Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my videos, hello there. My name is Catatonia and I'm a digital artist and graphic designer. And as you all know, 2025 is coming to its glorious end, and that means that it's time to do my top 10 music cover art list of the year. But this year in particular, it was so hard to make a top 10 list because there were so many amazing, beautiful, epic cover artworks that I was this close to making a top 20. But that would have made this a really long video, and that was not it. But I do have 5 honorable mentions, so grab a bowl of popcorn, get comfortable, and enjoy. Here's my top 10 best album covers of 2025. Let's get started. So before I start with my top 10 list, here are this year's honorable mentions. The first is Deftones' Private Music, a simple design with a beautiful green pop of color on the background that grabs the attention of anyone who sees it. Photographed by Kenneth Capello and designed by Frank Maddox. Next is Dayseeker Creature in the Black Night, a very beautiful and colorful illustration that thrives in its simplicity, designed by Ryan Sanders. Next is the Halo Effect March of the Unheard, a beautifully detailed cover art with a blend of teal and green hues that will wow anyone, illustrated by Adrian Baxter. Next is Chevelle Bright as Blasphemy, a very captivating photo manipulation design with a mix of photography, 3D elements, and red tone gradients, designed by Kevin Ellis Moore and photography by Tegan Klein. And the last of the honorable mentions, Remina the Silver Sea, a stunning black and white illustration with a red pop of color that will make everyone curious to listen to the sounds it represents, illustrated by Remina's vocalist, Heike Langhans. Now, the time has come to start with my top 10. These are in no specific order of preference, of course, they are all amazing. The first is Catatonia, Nightmares as Extensions of the Waking State. As soon as I saw the cover of Catatonia's new album, I was like, yep, that is going in my top 10. This is a mixture of 3D elements and photo manipulation. I love the details in the fire, and I kind of like the fact that it looks like a light effect coming out of the deer rather than actual fire. It gives it more of a spiritual feel. Or it doesn't have to be that deep, I just like it. You want to know what I also liked? The vinyl and CD label. Well designed, and the color chosen for the vinyl goes hand in hand with the color palette of the cover artwork. The artwork was made by Bunker Artworks. Next is Paradise Lost Ascension. Now, very coincidentally, because I swear on my life that this was not planned, we got a double back-to-back feature because the same artist who made Catatonia's cover art also made the cover art for Ascension. Now, let's focus on the album cover. I absolutely love it when graphic design is beautifully blended with traditional art. The artwork has a painting in the center with Victorian frames in the corners and a brown texture in the background that complements it beautifully. That painting was made between 1870 and 1902 by George Frederick Watts, and it's called The Court of Death. Its main message is that all humans, from rich to poor, are revealed to be truly equal at the moment of their death. It's a beautiful painting with a very impactful message, but what truly made this cover a must for my top 10 was the packaging. The amount of care and detail that was put in every single piece of physical media of this album was beautiful. And I really loved that all of the colors that were chosen for the color variants of the vinyls were from the color palette of the visual identity of this album. I really hate it when they release vinyl color variants of records and you see the colors and they don't have anything to do with the visual universe of the album. I mean, it sells, but it doesn't look like they belong there. So props to them for not falling into that rabbit hole. Next is End Oceans, The Regeneration Itinerary. This album cover was suggested by a friend, and as soon as I saw it, I was blown away. The amount of detail in this artwork is amazing. And what I like about it the most is it doesn't look like a bunch of things thrown together in a very chaotic way. Every detail is carefully done and it shows. Now, there's a few things here. I think there's 3D and of course, a lot of painting. Also, can we talk about the perspective and composition here? amazing. Perspective is a very tough thing to crack. Not all artists achieve it. Also, the shirt designs are so cool. The artwork was made by illustrator Adrian Bowson. Next is Epica, a spiral. The artwork of Epica's spiral cover was made by none other than Hedy Sant. And if you remember, his work was on my 2024 top 10. He made the cover art of Simone Simmons' solo album, so I wasn't really shocked that he made the cover art for Epica's new album as well. This cover art is fully done in 3D, and my god, this demands attention. Also, I really love that for the first time ever, they decided to take a risk and they didn't put the band logo or any kind of text in the cover. Epica is a very well-known band, so they can take these kinds of creative risks. Also, the vinyl, the gold vinyl. Enough said. Next on my list is Imagine Dragons Reflections. I'm going to go straight to the point. The cover art is beautiful, but the reason why I put it in my top 10 is because the artist did something really unique that I have never seen done on a cover art before. 70% of the cover is the final illustration, and the other 30% is the sketch. This was a risk, and it absolutely paid off because it made the cover stand out so much, and I thought it was such a clever move. The cover art was done by Tim Cantor, who also made the artwork of Imagine Dragons' album Smoke and Mirrors. Next is Eluveitie Anv. Now, you guys should know me well by now and not be surprised at all that this artwork is on my list. Look at it, it's so stunning. And of course, the moon-shaped entrance. For that detail alone, I fell in love. A very creative detail also. This is a mixed media piece. There's a little bit of photo manipulation, some 3D elements I think, tons of textures, and together they made a very stunning artwork. The artwork was done by Travis Smith, whose work was also on my 2024 top 10. He's worked with bands like Opeth, Catatonia, and Flesh God Apocalypse. Next is Rivers of Nihil. Rivers of Nihil. As I said before, traditional art mixed with great graphic design is magical. And this time is no exception. This artwork stood out to me as soon as I saw it. If you look at the cover art closely, the design layout looks like the front cover and the spine of a book. Dear God Almighty, I have never seen that done in a cover art before. And these are the type of creative decisions that will make your cover art stand out from the rest of the releases. They also make the creative experience really fun, which is a plus. The painting was done by Dan Seagrave, and the design was done by Brian Ames, who does layout and design for Metal Blade Records. Next is Testament Parabellum. To be honest, I don't have to say a lot here. This painting is amazing. I love the color palette. It really reminds me of the color story from Testament's albums between 1999 and 2008. Also, the painting is already very detailed, so I like that they chose the simple vector version of their logo instead of their 3D version. This one fits better with the composition of this art. I also really like that the explosion in the back is shaped like an angel. Very nice and clever detail. The artwork was done by Eliran Cantor, who's a very well-known painter in the music industry and has worked with many bands like Demon Hunter, Havoc, and Halloween. Next is An Abstract Illusion, The Sleeping City. So I'm going to be real with you. A couple of weeks ago, I didn't even know this band existed until my husband told me to listen to them on Apple Music, and as soon as I saw the cover art, I asked him to send me a screenshot like that. I love the purple tones here and how they were used and placed. Also, looking at the artist's portfolio, I am pretty certain that this is a photo collage with lots of layers of paint. Whatever it is, it's beautifully done and I love it. The band said that they wanted the artwork to be kind of a homage to early black metal painted cover artworks. Also, this cover artwork has already won a few awards, so that says a lot. The artwork was done by surreal artist Alex Ekman-Lon. And last but not least, Black Braid 3. So a couple of weeks ago, I asked my audience on Instagram what were their favorite cover artworks of this year, and I received this cover artwork as a suggestion by our good friend Hunter, also known as the Chill Dude on a Couch. He does music reviews on his YouTube channel, so go check him out. Now, let's talk about this cover. My God, as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, they won 2025. This is one of the most beautiful cover artworks that I have ever seen in my life. The purple and blue tones are so pretty. I also love the details in the frame. Everything. Also, the vinyl variations, come on. The vinyl packaging even has some iridescent silver foil on the border details. Oh my God. Yep, I'm getting a copy. The painting was made by Adam Burke, and the border art was made by Adrian Baxter, who was mentioned previously in this video. And that's it for my top 10 best album covers of the year. Let me know in the comments if you agree with my list or if there's a cover that I missed. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok and subscribe to my channel so that you won't miss any future videos. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!